we can master this first layer, like everything else will just fall into place. So I think Allie has watched it too, but for Jessica, who is a new coach, like this is, and I'm going to do the second layer and the third layer at a different time. But for tonight, we're going to do mastering the first layer of 3 layers of, so basically this is going over daily actions, mindsets, things that you should be doing in your business consistently, like every day for as long as you're a coach. So what I do want to say is, we really want to focus on the leadership ladder. So if you're not familiar with the leadership ladder, it's in your back office, and it's basically just benchmarks that you should be thinking about, activities. The first is business starter. So that's getting to Success Club 5 in your first month, and then business Success Starter. First 3 months in your business, you earn a free ticket to Summit. And then it is, I believe, team leader next?
Team builder and then team leader.
Team leader, yeah. So this kind of first layer of leadership is going to kind of brush over all of that, because all of this is what's going to move you forward in the business leadership ladder. So if you are not reaching Success Club and not recruiting, there's something that's disconnecting you from your why and your goals. So that's the first step. Like,
Tammy! Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, hey! So we're talking about layers of leadership, and the first layer of 3 layers in leadership. So I was saying, if you're not reaching Success Club and you're not recruiting coaches, I don't even care if it's 1 coach a month. Like, you really haven't started a business. You really have not lined up your actions with your vision and your goals. So that's where you need to focus most, so that you can be successful, so that you can be a business builder, so that you can be a leader, you can be a CEO, you can leave that legacy behind. And you really have to become who you want to attract. Like, you have to look at yourself every day, analyze your actions, analyze your thoughts, and what you're putting out there on your Facebook, and saying, am I being the leader that I want to attract? Am I doing the things that I'm asking my leaders to do, that I'm asking people to join me into my mission? That's truly why we're doing this team-wide coach accountability group, is so that we can all get back to the heart of what we do. And that's first working on ourselves, and then sharing it, being excited about it, and getting outside of our comfort zone, and doing these live videos, and just doing things that we're not normally doing. Because I can tell you, over the last 3 years of me being a coach, I'm constantly trying new things. Like, I'm constantly trying things that I fail at. Like, I did a 3-year anniversary drawing to give away the program that I did, and nobody shared the post, nobody liked it, and nobody tagged anybody in it. And I'm like, well, that totally sucked. That didn't really go as planned. But you don't know unless you try things. And so mastering this first level is about failure. It's about failing every day, because you're trying new things. And once you try new things and you find what works, and you stick with that for a little while, and you're with your ball, and the momentum starts going, and you start feeling confident. So I took some notes on that call. So I'm just going to kind of go through what I got out of it, and why I feel that it's important. So every single day, you are engaging in the 4 valid behaviors. So proof the product works, inviting, recognition, and personal development. So in my opinion, personal development is one of the biggest, as in sharing your story and sharing what you're interested in your tips. But personal development, I find that some people only do it when they need it. Like, they're in a rut and they're only doing it when they need to work on that certain thing and they're not doing it consistently. So what happens is that just kind of puts a Band-Aid over whatever it is. But personal development is seriously a shield. It's going to be the shield that gets you through the good times, that gets you through the bad times, that gets you through your ruts, that you can celebrate in. It's truly your shield for your heart, so that you don't give up in those times of frustration. You don't give up on those days when people keep telling you no. You don't give up when you lose 4 diamonds and you miss 5-star elite. Like, you don't give up because you see the end vision. You know what you're working towards. You know that there's going to be ups and downs, but personal development is a must because it is your fuel. It is your shield. It is your confidence boost because nobody else can give you that. You are the only one that can cultivate that for yourself, and tap into our team and tap into your resources. But that kind of goes to your why. Like, we always hear about this why power and we always talk about our why, and everybody's why is different. Everybody's why is different. I mean, and it's unique to you, but you've got to know what it is. You've got to have something that gets you out of bed in the morning, pumped up, like ready to just do your vital behaviors because you love serving people, because you love helping people, because you see what all these short-term little sacrifices and things that you're going to do that's going to bring you that huge, big end result of being financially free, not having to worry about paying for your kids' college, paying for their first car, paying for vacations that you weren't able to go on. But I believe that it's really good to have that vision and that big why, and to have your dreams on a piece of paper that you're looking at every day that's right in front of you. Like, you've got to have this, because then you know what you're working towards. If you don't have a date set and you don't know what you're working towards, you don't have that clear why and vision, this becomes a job. I mean, it becomes work. I mean, and yes, it is work what we do, but you want it to be enjoyable and you want it to be fruitful and you want it to feel like exciting. And when it becomes like monotonous, and there is monotonous things that we do every day, but when you lose that feeling, and Allie and I were just talking about this the other day, like, you don't look forward to doing your vital behaviors. So having that why makes it enjoyable, makes it like, okay, like, I know that I'm passing this on to people. I know what I have to offer has been life-changing for me in so many ways, and just physical transformation. And you now it's like you can't help but to want to talk to people, to want to meet new people, because you're so excited that you have this great thing to share that you just can't wait to get it out of your mouth. And that's how I feel when I talk to people, when I meet people. Like, I just can't help to share what I do because I'm excited and it's changed my life. So your why, you must have a why when you're mastering the first layer of leadership, because the people that you attract, you want them to have a strong why. You want to be able to dig into them and remind them of what their why is, so that they continue to push and you become that leader and you become that driving force that they see doing the same exact things that you're asking them to do. So, so you have to develop your story and storytelling. Super, super important as a new coach, as a veteran coach, as a coach. Like, we're not in the facts telling business. Like, we're not here to just push people with a bunch of facts. Facts are good. Some people might be moved by that, but most people are moved by emotions. They're moved by stories, like feel, felt, found. They want to know how you felt before. They want to know the struggles that you had on day 14 and day 20, and then your results on day 30. They want to see, the ups and downs. So there's 3 stories and that you can talk about. One of them is the product based. So basically, I'm doing the 21-day fix. I feel blah, 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 blah. And then there's the experience based. And this is the experience that is going to bring business builders. You sharing your experience through Beachbody, through the live events. How are you feeling? The people that you're meeting. the community of support that you've never had before, the encouragement that you have. Like, how has this experience changed your life? Like, and it doesn't necessarily have to be that you came from like this desperate despair place and Beachbody came and saved you. Like, that is a story, but your story is unique to you. So we do have a team call that we did, I think a couple weeks ago, that I have it's up on YouTube, and you can figure out how to really dive into your story, which I know Veronica and I, we were supposed to be working on that. We were going to share it with each other. So maybe we need to be accountable for that in the next couple of weeks, Veronica. But she had some awesome techniques and some awesome things. I mean, we were all just like, oh my God, like I could write for days right now, right? After we got off the call with her, it was so crazy. And then there's your financial story with Beachbody. And if you've only made $30, like I know Jessica, she's brand new. Every Thursday when we get paid, you could, write a little something like, because of Beachbody, I'm able to, buy my kids this, or because of Beachbody, or because of me just helping other people go through what I've been through, I've been able to do this, and if it's the littlest thing, like paying part of your electric bill or paying part of your
being accountable to your own goals.
People love to see that. They don't realize that we're actually making money by just helping other people. And so all of those stories, the product-based, the experience-based, the financial-based, people are not buying into Beachbody. Like, they're buying into you. And that's why you sharing so consistently, talking to your niche, is because they're going to connect with you. And they're going to tell you no. They're going to tell you that they're doing their own thing. They're going to tell you that they're trying, it works. But prime example, I have a girl who did like 3 challenge groups with me, never really like finished one. But she was interested in the coaching, right? So I was like, okay, well, you really need to like grab a hold of, a challenge group and really have it start sharing, blah, blah, blah. Well, she decided to go with It Works. And I was like, I saw her post about it. I said, oh, well, it looks like you decided to go with It Works. And she's like, yeah, I just wanted to give this a try. And I can't remember exactly what she said, but I messaged her the other day. And I'm like, what did I say to her? I said, so, hey, how's things going with your new adventure? She's like, not so good. And I'm like, well, what's going on? And she says, I'm having a hard time getting it going. I should have pre-gamed a little to get people interested before I joined. So in my opinion, I felt like she was just like, yeah, I needed to kind of BS a little bit more, like, because it's just that whole different mindset. So I was just honest with her, and I just said, hey, I really wish that you would have grabbed a hold of Beachbody challenge groups and accountability mindset changes that we really focus on in that group. Because when you master that mindset change yourself, that's when the true transformation that you can pass along to people happens. The products are just a vehicle to change the body, but the mind is where the change starts. And I believe that's the difference between coaching and It Works. Correct me if I'm wrong. And she's like, I completely agree, and that's my problem. See, you can call people out on their problems without like beating them over the head, making them feel guilty about it. Because we all know It Works is just not, doesn't deliver that mindset results, just like the pills and the shots that Jessica and I were just talking about. But you have to be able to communicate with people in a way. And I've known her for a couple years, and so she's like, basically she wants to sign up in another challenge group because what she's doing isn't working. So you just have to give people that understanding and that time and keep sharing your story. So during this mastering of your layer one of developing leadership qualities, and as a business owner, you've got to hone in on your skills, your communication skills, your social media skills, your knowledge on Shakeology, establishing your niche and branding, which that part could be a whole nother team call in itself, which we probably do need, and I need. But that's developing your niche and who you're speaking to. Who are you talking to? You want to attract people that are like you. You want to attract people that have that mindset, that have that drive. And so the more And I can post that Chelsea Pearson video too. That was really good. But so if you're having some issues in some of these areas, communication or social media or product knowledge, or take a little bit of extra time every day and hone in on those skills, because you're never going to get better in that area if you don't give it some time. Don't give it some personal development. If you don't communicate with your upline, me or any other leader in our team page that you see is amplifying that thing that you're struggling with, reach out to them, be like, hey, like, what are you doing to feel better about this? Or, you know, how are you doing on this on social media? Like, we have a self-paced social media training. It's 10 days in our team page. Utilize that if that's something that, you know, you need, or just communicate with somebody and hone in on those skills of the basic skills, communication. Like, there's a communication form that I have if you're having some issues with that. If you're a newer coach like Jessica, you can always screenshot your messages and I can help you, you know, hone in on that. And, you know, establishing your niche market and your brand. Like, if you're a brand new coach, like, I wouldn't necessarily stress about that right now, but because you really just need to focus on mastering your vital behaviors, still working on your transformation, still working on your own fitness journey. But if you're a mom or a single mom, or you have certain interests, like, obviously those are the things that you're going to want to talk about, because people that are interested in those kinds of things, you're going to have a common ground to communicate with people when you're messaging them, or you're connecting, when you're adding new people to your network, when you're finding friends of friends. Like, all these little things over time and consistency, you'll start to attract. Like, someone said something to me the other day about Facebook and about how all they see in their news feed is politics and, you know, negativity. And I'm like, you know, like, I honestly don't have that. Like, because for 3.5 years, I've been pumping positivity, and I've been pumping health and fitness, and I've been pumping faith and God, and pumping that well. And now, granted, I wish that I didn't have all the Beachbody coaches that I have as friends, because sometimes it's a little, you know, distracting. But in my news feed, I generally see positive things and people sharing positive, you know, just positive things about their life and their kids and stuff like that. And it's just refreshing, like, that we're set apart. You know, we're not those people. So, okay. So, part of mastering layer 1, if you are a Beachbody coach, is you achieve Success Club no matter what. Like, no matter what, every single month, even if it's Success Club 5, like Success Club 5, 3 people, that is not a lot when you think about we have 30 days in 1 month. But you understand the importance of Success Club. You understand that if you are truly a business builder, you don't have a business without Success Club, because Success Club means that you're bringing people into your world. You're bringing people into your health and fitness. You're bringing people into your mission. And when you do that, there's a potential leader there. There's a potential coach there. There's a potential person that could turn into your top coach on your team. But you understand that Success Club is the start, make, or break of your business. Like, I know that it can be a struggle. I mean, I struggled up until the last week of last month, but we really try to make that goal happen by the 15th of every month. This way, you can really give those people your attention the last part of the month, start talking about the coaching opportunity on your Facebook, breadcrumbing certain things, and so you really give them your attention. If you focus on reaching Success Club the first 15 days of the month, you get it out of the way, you start planning for your next month, and it really helps to just take that stress level down, because at the end of the month, when you're stressing about Success Club, like, it's just, I don't know, it gets me kind of, you know, just stressed, and I don't want to be stressed. It's not why I signed up for this. But a healthy stress is good. A healthy stress is good. That means you're working. That means you're not giving up. That means you're fighting. That means you're believing. That means you're having that mindset of abundance. And when you have that mindset of abundance, and what you put out there, you will get back. You You just do it, and you offer incentives, and you message more, and you share your photos more, and you share transformations more, and you just keep putting that stuff out there. And listen, don't worry about what people think. Don't worry about what, oh, I don't want to annoy people, and oh, I don't want to do this. And it's not annoying. It's not annoying. You're out there doing something good for somebody's life, including your own. And you're out there changing someone's life, and you're enhancing it, and you're making it better. And by you sharing, either they're going to love you or they're going to delete you. And if they delete you, that's not the person that you want to talk to anyways. So just move on from that. So like I said earlier, you are recruiting coaches. And like I said, that can be one coach a month. Now, I believe that it should be about 3 to 5 if you really want your business to grow that fast. Because, Allie, what was that? Out of 100 people, 20 people might say yes, but only 1 or 2 will actually run with the coaching opportunity.
The way it breaks down is out of 100 people, 20 sign up, 12 do something with it, and in a year, only 2 of them are around, and only 1 of them is really adding to your to your income.
I think Melanie Mitro had, in the last 4 years, like 330 something coaches sign up, and only like 60 of them became diamond out of 300 and something. So that's a lot. When you think about the numbers and you think about how many people we actually have to talk to and put ourselves in front of, and to actually have a business builder, to actually get somebody who, it's like finding a diamond in a rough, and it really is. But they are out there, and there are people that need this, and there are people that just get it, and there are people that just run with it. And by watching you, by seeing you, Veronica, are you okay?
I'm yelling at my kids because they keep coming in and distracting me.
Okay, so you're hosting challenge groups, okay, as a leader. You are now Emerald, hopefully, and you're teaming up with another Emerald coach, and you're running groups. I was so nervous when, I think I was a coach for like 2 months, and Lindsay's like, okay, you're going to run your own group. And I'm like, what? Like, I don't think I can do that. She goes, Kelly, I have all the assignments. You'll be paired up with 3 other coaches or 2 other coaches. You guys just take a week and just do it. And I'm like, okay. So I did it, and it wasn't scary. It was fun. And honestly, what that does is that lights a fire underneath your butt to hit Success Club, because we know that challenge groups are a little bit more successful the more people that are in there, the more people that are engaging. And so if you have 3 coaches that add 5 to 7 people, then you'll have 15, 20 people in a group. And that's pretty lucrative. You know, that's pretty good. And so now it's like, you know, you have to reach Success Club, because now it's your responsibility to grow your business, to pair up with these other 2 coaches and run a group together. So you are also committed to your Power Hour daily. We have a Power Hour list that breaks that down. It's simple. It breaks it down into the time that you should spend in each area. And you can either do that in a Power Hour, or you can break that up. I know, you know, Veronica has little time slots throughout her day, but she does it. And she checks it off her list, and she moves on. You also understand the compensation plan and leadership ladder. So it's in the back office. You can chat with me. There's video upon video about the compensation plan, just so that you can effectively explain it if somebody asks. You don't have to go into complete detail, but you should be aware of the leadership ladder, how it works, and understand our compensation plan, team cycle bonuses, how to maximize your income strategy. And that basically just means, like, when you start adding people to your network as coaches, you know where to put them, who you think is going to be a business builder, what side of your legs is stronger right now with points and volume and all that. And so you can get on a call with me. You can do Google or YouTube. There's a plethora of information in the back office. But so implement those kinds of things. Inform yourself. Get to know that part of the business. You don't have to know everything about that because it just sometimes you learn as you go. I know when I started making team bonuses and wanted to know about volume, I spent a lot of time with Lindsay on the phone because it was just vanished to me. I just didn't understand. So you will when you get to that point in your business. You implement basic coach placement strategies based on what I just said. You know, like, what's your strong leg? What's your weak leg? If you have a business builder, if they're not a business builder and they're just, there for the discount and you're building for Diamond, you need to know where to put those people. And so ask me, or do, look on YouTube or whatever. I know Lindsay Matway has a lot of videos on that. You are self-motivated. This one is like the number one thing. Like, I never had to just have, I am a words of affirmation person, and I like being pat on the back. I like when someone tells me I'm doing a good job. I like when someone gives me that words of affirmation, but you cannot rely on that to grow yourself and to grow your business. Like, I never once had Lindsay, messaging me being like, did you hit Success Club? Did you do this? Like, did you do that? Like, I just wanted it so badly that I just went for it. And if I had a question, I reached out. Like, I did my homework. I was in the back office. I was on every team call. I was in every team training. I was asking questions to team. I was following top coaches. Like, I was a sponge. I just couldn't get enough information. I couldn't get it in fast enough. And so I was self-motivated. And that is the difference between a entrepreneur mindset and an employee mindset. An employee mindset is just like, okay, tell me what I need to do and I'll do it, and I'm going to clock in and I'll get paid for it, and I'm just going to show up and do it and then leave. But a CEO mindset is, I'm not going to wait for someone to tell me what I need to do. Like, I'm going to figure it out and I'm going to make it happen because this is my business and this is how I want to run it and this is how I want it to look like and this is how I want it to be. Now, of course, we have guidelines and we have benchmarks and we have all those things to look at and to reach for, but you've got to be self-motivated. Like, you've got to do those things for yourself because nobody else is going to do it for you. You are engaging with the team. You're showing up to team calls. You're showing up to national wake-up calls and bombshell calls. And, I can tell you that when we go back to the training part, coach, I was in every training that I could possibly get into. And I remember thinking, I don't think I can handle another training because I kept falling behind. I kept not completing it. But you know what? Every little thing that I did do and every single day that I did comment on the post or that I did apply to my business, all those little things add up. So try not to set yourself up to feel like a failure if you miss a day or 2 days of the coach training. Just get back in there and pick up where you left off. And all those little things and all those little tidbits and nuggets of information add up, and you remember that and you can apply that. And so try not to feel like you've given up or missed out or anything like that when you're in these trainings. Just keep applying and just keep moving and just keep going forward. You attend events as a leader. If you're not attending events and you're not attending Summit and you're not attending, if you're local and we have a local event, or if you're not, live events, especially Summit and Super Saturday, is the game changer in your business. You are surrounded with other people that are on the same mission. You hear consistently the mission statement of Beachbody. You are surrounded by other top coaches who are sharing their stories, who you get to meet in person, who you get to relate to, and you get to see and feel, like, emotion sells, not facts. You get to feel the energy of Beachbody in a room full of 500 Beachbody coaches. Like, it is so important that you go to live events, and if you can make it to Summit, sleep on the floor, whatever you have to do, just get there. Get to live events, because it truly opens your mind to a whole new level of appreciation and vision and just it will help you to create more of your why and to dig more deeper into yourself when you're surrounded and you hear these other stories from other coaches. You invest in your business as a leader. Like, you invest in going to Summit. You invest in personal development. That costs money. You invest in business wear and share things. You invest in seminars, audios. Like, you've got to give a little to get a little. And I can tell you, when you make investments like that in yourself and in your business, the reward is tenfold. Like, you get back so much more when you put in like that into your business. I know when we went to Summit the first time, Alex was an emerald. She came back and 4 days later was a diamond. Like, it can happen because these people are seeing it. Like, Veronica, you should definitely start sharing that you're going to Summit like soon and how excited you are, you know, so people can get that energy like in them. And then you establish your boundaries. I know this is something that I need to work on, but establishing business hours and just letting people know, like, if they're messaging you like, hey, I'm out with my family, this is family time right now, I want to answer your questions, but I respond at this and this time. So you let people know that you're there and you're going to, you know, communicate with them, but your time is valuable, their time is valuable. And so setting those business hours and adhering to those yourself, especially for those of you who do have jobs that you still have to report to, setting that business hour and clocking it in and putting it on your calendar is part of being a leader. It's a part of treating your business as a business so that it will pay as a business and build momentum as a business and build credibility as a business and trust. And so that is what all of this boils down to: building credibility within yourself, building that passion and excitement every single day, that belief that when you set a small little goal that you're actually reaching it, and people are seeing you putting that out there and seeing, okay, this girl, when she says she's going to do something, she's going to do it. And it just happens because you're a go-getter, because you don't stop at anything, because you're a dreamer and you're a doer. And eventually you're going to attract those kinds of people. So that is my rendition of level or layer. I have to keep saying level of layer 1. Do you guys have any questions or comments or anything that you would like to add? I know, Allie, you're a pretty veteran coach, so you might have something to add in leadership, but
I don't, actually.
dang it! I know, Veronica, you got a lot out of that call.
That was a good call.
Yeah.
Who's the 580 number? Huh? 580 682 1495?
It's Karen Baker.
Oh, hey.
Karen! I didn't think you were coming to team calls anymore, so I didn't expect that to be you. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, how's Larry?
We're good.
He's good. Awesome. Well, it's good to have you.
Well, good to hear your voice, and Allie, it's good to hear your voice.
Good to hear you, girl. We miss you.
Yeah, I know. I'll get back. I'm getting there.
What are you working on? I saw that you guys started. What are you doing? I saw a video that you and Larry are doing.
Well, I don't know. Well, we've just been walking and working on getting back in our mindset and getting back in the groove of our transformation and everything. So we just had a little setback.
Well, we're doing a coach accountability group. That might be something that you can get involved in. We started in June, and it's all the coaches on our team that feel like they need to recommit, that feel like they need that, like, really community, just to get us all back to that mindset that you're talking about. So you're more than welcome to join us if you want.
Okay.
We're
Well,
not,
I'll
we're not,
talk to Larry more about it. Huh?
we're not doing like a daily assignment or anything like that. We're just kind of all just sharing what we're doing. We're doing the live videos a lot. Just kind of stepping out of our comfort zone and getting back to the heart of serving and the heart of challenge groups, because it's truly the bread and butter and the heart of what we do. And we have to get ourselves back into that so that we can give that to others. So that's truly what the team accountability group is for. So.
Okay, well, we'll look into it, and I'll get back with you, Kelly.
Okay, well, yeah, just let me know, and I'll add you to it. The link's on our team page, too, so.
Yeah.
Are you going to Summit or not going to Summit?
We're still planning on it.
Okay. Do you have a place to stay and everything?
Yeah, we got it all reserved before we left there last year.
Oh, are you staying at the same hotel?
The same line, but not the same one.
Gotcha.
The same, yeah.
Awesome. Well, Jessica, do you have any questions before we get off the call? Jessica? Oh, hang on. Jessica?
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay, because I know you're working on Emerald and Reaching Success Club for your first month. So we're rooting for you on that. And it's a decision, it's a decision that you're confident in what you have to offer somebody. And, there's like, you're already experiencing some of the objections, which we all do. So we can definitely work on that, this week if you'd like, just to kind of get you more familiar with how to deal with those objections. Because I have no doubt that you can reach Emerald and Success Club 5 this month.
All right. Thank you.
Anything from you, Veronica? Anything from you, Veronica?
Nope, I'm good.
I am super excited about Summit, though. Can I just tell you guys how excited I am?
Oh, I can't hear you.
Huh?
My internet went down.
Oh. Like, Summit, you're going to have so much fun. We are going to have, like, a blast. And I know that your business is going to take off after that. I just know it.
I hope so.
I'm excited. Well, you'll be in, summer mode, so you'll be able to really focus for 2 months and not have
16 more days, and then I could be normal.
Well, who's counting? 16 more days and who's counting? Well, thank you guys so much for coming to the call. And if there's ever a topic or if there's ever anything that you would like some information on or want me to do a call on, or just let me know and I'll be more than happy to give that to you guys. So I'm excited for this month. I'm excited for, I actually don't have anybody in the booty challenge, but I will be doing the booty challenge workouts. So I'm going to get in there tomorrow and share in there. And I'm excited to actually do some of the Brazilian butt lift because I've never done it.
You're doing 2 workouts? You're going to do Insanity Max and the booty?
I think so. After getting on the scale today, I am like, totally like, it's weird. Like, I don't understand. I mean, I guess it is muscle, but it's not, I'm not comfortable. So I don't know. I think I'm just going to lay off some of the workout from the weights right now. And plus because of my shoulder and my neck issue too, like, I just want to see what no weights will do for 60 days. And if I don't have any flare-ups, then I got to kind of like listen to that with my body,
It could also be water weight because you said you had a few drinks.
Yeah.
It could be water, it could be water weight retaining. You just got to rehydrate.
Little peanuts. Yeah. But, all right. So I'm going to be, you're my accountability, Veronica. So.
I'm good with the food. That I got.
Jessica, are you wanting a success partner?
Yeah,
That really helps. Having somebody that might be in the same boat as you, getting started, that you can communicate with, set some goals with, talk with. You let me know if you're ready for that. But I can tell you in my business when I got one, I hit diamond in 6 months because I believe, because I had that accountability partner. I had that person that we were running groups together, talking about our goals, checking in every week, talking about what we could do differently, what was working, what wasn't working. And it's just really good to have that one person that kind of understands you. And you might have a few success partners until you get the right one. But if you're ready for one, you can just post on our team page and just kind of share like what your goals are for this month, what you're looking for, a little bit of personality, that traits that you have, and then see if you can pair up with anybody.
Okay.
So, all right, loves. Well, I thank you so much for coming, and we will chat next week. Bye. Bye, Karen.